Okay, we're live.
Make sure he has it. All right, we are live on YouTube. I'm going to call the meeting to order. All the aldermen, sans Alderman Mike Lott, who I assume is en route, are present. Our attorney Rocky Eaton, our clerk Melissa Martin. If Alderman Craig Bullock will lead us in the prayer and the pledge, please stand.
Let us pray. Father, we thank you for today. Thank you for the privilege to be here. God, we thank you for our wonderful city. God, I pray that as we meet tonight, that we will do so in accordance with your will, God, that we will show concern for every item that comes before us. God, we ask for your guidance. We ask for your wisdom. We ask for your continued blessings upon our city. And this is forgive us for we failure. It's in Jesus' name that I pray.
Amen.
Pledging to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And there's my
Should have had a clap or something, you know? Already, is there a motion to adopt the agenda?
One amendment to move all the hires up.
Yes, with the thought of we would move orders and ordinances to the front of the meeting. Motion and second, all in favor? Alrighty, is there a motion to accept the consent agendas, numbers 1 through 7? Motion and second, all in favor? Hey, who we got for public comment? Did someone sign in right there? I was fixed to call you, Miss Ada, but you were too far away. Good deal. Thanks, Kathy. All righty. Anna Harrison. Hey, come on up here. How you doing?
Good for you.
Hey, what's up?
So, we're with the Ward General Cancer Center. And I just kind of want to start by asking just a general question to everybody. So,
Thank you.
who in this room has been personally or knows someone that's been affected by cancer? Pretty much all of us.
Anna.
So,
What's the name?
the
Harrison.
Fort General Cancer Center is the largest treatment facility from New Orleans to Jackson. We see in 2023, we saw 1,713 new cases of cancer diagnosis through our doors. 100 of those cases were Petal residents. We're asking that the city of Petal partner with us in assisting these patients in our community by becoming a platinum sponsor for a fundraiser that we're having with us with transportation to get these patients to and from their chemo treatment and radiation treatment. One of the major barriers to care that I, as a nurse at the cancer center, have seen is the ability to afford fuel to get to these treatments. They're already facing a lot of financial hardship, and this is just one extra thing that they're having to face. So our program was established to alleviate this stress for those patients that are in need. Monies are donated through our 503c tax-exempt organization, the Forest Health Foundation, and patients are screened for need before anything is distributed to them. By becoming By becoming a sponsor, the city of Petal will provide hope as well as transportation assistance, helping patients in our area get the life-saving treatments they so greatly need. As a sponsor, the city will be mentioned as a sponsor on all of our race materials, have logo placement throughout our race that we're having, and be mentioned on our website and social media accounts. So for reference, as far as the 100 patients that we see from our direct community, we'll just use the location of Walmart here in Petal as a reference point. A round trip is 19 miles from Petal Walmart to the cancer center and then back. So average vehicle about 20 miles per gallon. That might be a little stretch today, but that's about $3 per treatment that they get. On average, our radiation patients are seen for 6 to 7 weeks every single day. And that $3, it doesn't sound like a lot up front, but when you factor in the amount of trips that they have to make 5 days a week for 7 weeks, that comes to about $100 all in all for their treatment. And we see a lot of patients that are on fixed income. So that $100 really adds up and makes a big difference for our patients. When you factor in the total cost of those trips, Petal residents are looking at that extra $100. This doesn't include things like lab work that they have to have checked. It doesn't include other imaging. It doesn't include referring providers trips. That's just to the cancer center, our visits. So the city of Petal, I'm asking you guys to help 10 of our patients at $100 a patient. 10 patients is what we're asking for help with. By providing this support, you could potentially offer these patients life-saving treatment that they need to get them back in our community, to being good, productive citizens within our community. And I also would like to take a chance to thank Mr. Bullock. I believe you already understand the importance of our fundraiser, as A1 Graphics is one of our sponsors locally. So I did want to make mention of that, and thank you for that.
Let me ask you, okay, this is what, the third running of this?
This is the
Okay.
third year.
Okay, I just went on Facebook and found your Facebook page, so
Yes, sir.
I'm now on your Facebook page.
Well, thank you. I appreciate
So
that.
anyway,
We like all of our followers too.
Yeah.
Anybody that'll help us get the word
I hadn't
out.
heard of it, but that's one of the things we're trying to do is get people to get them out and get them moving. And then obviously if you got a good cause on the
Yes, sir.
backside of it, it's even better. We're in budgets right now, so these are the times that we talk about these kind of things. Is there a way we can have some contact information for you?
Certainly. I'd be more than happy to
I
get
wouldn't
that
say
for you.
I wouldn't say your name, phone number out loud, but if I could get something from you,
I sure will. Yes, sir.
we we couldn't afford the little beep. If it went out on YouTube, we couldn't beep it. So anyway, good deal.
So this will be for Mona Martin. She's our patient
Oh, yeah.
navigator, but I can write my contact information on there as
Yeah,
well.
that's right. You can give it to me right here.
I sure will.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
I know how to find you, Mr. Morona, anyway. So
I do too.
Thank you. I appreciate your
thank you.
consideration.
Appreciate that.
Full disclosure, and it's one of our church members, so three was not that good. Four was fine.
Can't hide from us. That is awesome. Thank y'all for coming tonight.
Thank you.
Miss Carolyn, where you at? Good Lord, we had to sit you in the back.
Yes, but I'm here.
We've got some information for you.
One thing that I'm here. How y'all doing today?
Good. How you doing?
I could do better, but I won't complain.
I understand.
Yes, you will.
What's going on? We still need to do that ditch over there.
They said it was.
That's why I'm back.
No, they did cut around the ditch. The piece of equipment that we had, correct me, Paula, when I messed this up.
That's right here.
We had a long arm, that's the one that can kind of mechanically go out, and it busted some rocks over on Matthews Branch. Y'all gonna learn about our geography here in town tonight. And so they went to fix it, brought it back, and another piece fell off of it or something. But they're in the process of bringing us something back. They do have the full intention of getting back over there. That's when you get in the ditch
Our
like that.
machine's broke, Miss Carolyn. They
But it's a-
fixed it, and now it's broken again, so it's in the shop again.
And it's one of those things that you got to have that piece of equipment. Obviously, with all the riprap that's in there, it's almost impossible to get down in there. And
Well, I personally understand, but we got snakes crawling.
mhm,
We got trees in the ditches.
mhm.
That's the
And
first
this-
place it's headed as soon as it gets out of the shop.
Yeah.
And it should have never got to that point.
You are correct.
We're gonna have to do better.
Yeah.
I hope so.
I would like from a equipment standpoint, that's one of the things that we're looking at too during budget season. We want to have the right equipment to do the job. One of the problems that we've had is we do have some great equipment. Some of it's just too big to get into spots like that. So that's one of the things we're dealing with.
And I,
So anyway.
I have requested, again, to get a continued maintenance. So it's not such a tall task.
And so we're not mad at you or Alderman Bullock.
Well, I'm not upset with y'all, but I just know you're gonna do better.
There we go.
I believe that it's in the works to do better. Because
I would assume we would have that piece of equipment sometime this week. So maybe first of next week.
hopefully.
If not, we are not aggressively waiting for the phone to ring to tell us the status. We're actively seeking them out saying, come on, let's go.
We're good.
So-
I hope we can get it resolved. And
That's-
after we get it resolved this time, I hope we can do some maintenance work so it won't get to that point anymore.
Yeah.
Cause
And-
it's ridiculous.
And that lift station over there is also on the hit list.
Oh, okay, great, thank you.
So we barely see it's the lift station that we'll take care of, Miss Carolyn. Thank you.
Thank you all.
Hey, Miss Ann.
Very soon.
Miss Ann, where are you at? Hey, come on up here. Hey, Miss Ann, how you doing? Hey, what's up?
Mrs. Carolyn seemed like she addressed what I'm up here to address.
Yeah, you're in the same spot. Yeah.
All right, I'm on McGinnis Street.
Mhm.
And I have with me tonight Neighborhood Watch Group right there. And we're concerned too
Mhm.
about the ditch
Um,
and also other things that were left from the pavement.
yeah, we had a house get built afterwards, so they had to do the sewer tap. We haven't gotten back over there. During budget discussions, that's one of the things we'll discuss is a piece of equipment that will allow us to fill those holes. What happens? You fill it in, and then after a week or two, it becomes a little divot again. So it's very time consuming. So there is some equipment out there that can make that a little better process. So we did get back out there, I know, and hit it one more time after that. And I've tried to make a point to go through there, and if my teeth rattle, I make a phone call.
Okay, and all this in addition to, you taking care of it.
Mhm.
We need to do this to comply with the water quality regulations and to specify stormwater and surface water and regulatory requirements. And we've caused many times to be put on the list that this would be
Maintenance
one of the
list.
priorities that would,
Yeah.
but nothing was ever
Mhm.
done.
I'm trying to think east of that ditch needs some TLC as well. I know we typically have concentrated west of McInnes, but the other side needs some TLC too. So we'll focus on that when we get our piece of equipment back.
Okay, initially they started out putting blocks or
Yeah.
something.
And there's no perfect solution because if you were to go through there and do a culvert program, for instance, well, you got to maintain the culverts too. They get have issues as well. But just something we need to work through, but we need to get down there on a more routine basis.
One point they had said we were getting the, let's see, what was the railroad grant to work on that ditch?
No, I haven't seen anything on our side.
Okay.
We are actively looking for anytime we can find outside monies, especially for things that we need anyway.
Well, we really. would
And it's all our
appreciate
money, but
anything that's, that
Can improve
it. And there's also across the street from me,
Mhm.
where they did the paving,
yeah,
the blocks and things that are put on the other side. And from the storm that came through, we still have a lot of debris and big trees and stuff that had not been moved.
okay.
So we're hoping that that can be taken care of,
I will make sure that's on their radar. Yeah, I'll put that on their radar tomorrow for them to. It may take them a few trips to come through there, but we'll take them over there and take a look and then let us know
One
if
more
there's a
thing.
problem. Yeah, no, that's fine.
If we could have I know the policeman and everybody real busy,
Mm.
but in that area on McGinnis Street,
Mm.
I've been living there for 60+ years, a
Wow.
long time.
Yeah.
And if we could have a policeman, that just drive through so everybody can know that they're on the watch, watching out. And
I think
He
you
hasn't been out
probably
doing
just, he
stuff.
probably just heard you say that, but we'll make sure that it's on a rotation. Should be easy to get by there.
that'd be
Just whenever they're heading out to the Gandy, they just go that way instead of the other way. I'm
Thank
sure some folks would prefer them to go another way ever so often, but anyway, no, we appreciate you letting us know about that.
Okay, thank you.
Awesome, good deal. Thanks for saying. Okay, I will rip through no proclamations and resolutions, no bids and quotes, no old business. If we can't, we will go to orders and ordinances. And let's go to number 30. And request to adopt an order hiring Joel Smith as first-class firefighter at a rate of 13.1766 per hour effective August 7th, 2024. Is there a motion? Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Number 31, request to adopt an order hiring Elijah Smith as a recruit firefighter at a rate of 11.7521 per hour effective August 7th, 2024.
Motion.
Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Request number 32, request to adopt an order hiring Wayne Bounds as first-class patrol at a rate of $19.23 per hour effective August 7th, 2024.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And request to adopt an order hiring Cameron McGee as fourth-class patrol officer at a rate of $17.41 per hour effective August 7th.
Motion.
Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Number 34, request to adopt an order hiring Damian LaFleur as fourth-class patrol at a rate of $17.41 per hour effective August 7th, 2024. All in favor?
Aye.
And we don't have to swear in here, but let's go ahead and handle it under the orders and ordinances. Number 35, a request to adopt an order hiring Jacob Knight as part-time dispatcher at a rate of $13 per hour effective August 7th, 2024.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And one explanation, when you see the firefighters, they have an unusual way that we list their pay is because that's a number that you get working backwards. There's a good bit of overtime that's built into that because as you see on the police officers, they get $17.41. You see the other one was $11.7521. So just know that. And then we would love those numbers to be higher, but there's some built-in overtime. And the reason that they go 4 numbers out is it's what they get paid working backwards to get that number. But anyway, you want to have some fun? Let's swear in some folks. Look at you, don't need to be my phone.
Don't take it. Oh.
Miss Ada, between you and Melissa, I should have this thing squared away. Hey, let's, Joel Smith. Now, it was suggested that I do it in front of the flags here, but then it wouldn't be up to YouTube. So, yeah, come on up here. Got that YouTube right here. I get to cheat. I get to read this. So you can raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Joel Smith,
I, Joel Smith,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully support
I will faithfully support
the Constitution
the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution of
and the Constitution of
the State of Mississippi,
the State of Mississippi,
and obey the laws thereof,
and obey the laws thereof,
that I am not disqualified
that I am not disqualified
from holding the office
from holding the office
of firefighter,
of firefighter,
that I will faithfully discharge
and I will faithfully discharge
the duties of the office
the duties of the office
upon which I am about to enter.
upon which I am about to enter.
So help me God.
Tell me good.
You can be official. Melissa, we can borrow you for a second. Are you trying to stay off of YouTube?
Yes. Try my best.
I've never figured that out.
Yeah, thank
Signs
you.
it and
Thank you.
send the person we're hiring on. So Melissa may have made this up and I'm supposed to be, so I don't know. But Elijah Smith. How are we doing today? Good, how are you? All right. Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Elijah Smith,
I, Elijah Smith,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully support
that I will faithfully support
the Constitution
the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution of
and the Constitution of
the State of Mississippi,
the State of Mississippi,
and obey the laws thereof,
and obey the laws thereof,
that I am not disqualified
that I am not disqualified
from holding the office
from holding the office
of firefighter,
of firefighter,
that I will faithfully discharge
that I will faithfully discharge
the duties of the office
the duties of the office
upon which I am about to enter.
upon which I am about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Welcome aboard. I think this is the most we've ever probably done in the city's history. Which is really awesome because it's up to,
I need
that's fine. Good mother. I think I know
Thank
this guy. I have my glasses on. Where you at, Mr. Bounds? Yeah, come on in here. Good to get this cat back on board with it. Love it. You've done this before, huh?
I have.
All right, raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Wayne Bounds,
I, Wayne Miles,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully support
that I will faithfully support
the Constitution
the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution of
and the Constitution of
the State of Mississippi,
the State of Mississippi,
and obey the laws thereof,
and obey the laws thereof,
that I am not disqualified
that I am not disqualified
from holding the office
from holding the office
of police officer,
of police officer,
that I will faithfully discharge
that I will faithfully discharge
the duties of the office
the duties of the office
upon which I am about to enter.
upon which I am about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
I got a picture.
I need you to go help check on a Bounds house back
Yeah,
behind.
now that we got you on board. we can,
Thank you, sir.
Amber McGee, come on up here. How you doing today? All right. Raise your right hand. Repeat after me. I, Cameron McGee,
I, Cameron McGee,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully support
that I will faithfully support
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of
and the Constitution of
the State of Mississippi,
the State of Mississippi,
and obey the laws thereof,
and obey the laws thereof,
that I am not disqualified
and I am not disqualified
from holding the office
from holding the office
of police officer,
of police officer,
that I will faithfully discharge
that I will faithfully discharge
the duties of the office
the duties of the office
upon which I am about to enter.
upon which I am about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Damien, where you at? And this, you brought everybody? You brought everybody? And he asked too, like, how many people can I bring? And they said, oh, is it cheap? It was like 5 to 50. And Chief's like, and he said, I think he's gonna bring like, that's 50. Anyway, glad to have everybody here. You raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Damian LaFleur,
I, Damian LaFleur,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully support
that I will faithfully support
the Constitution
the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution of
and the Constitution of
the State of Mississippi,
the State of Mississippi,
and obey the laws thereof,
and obey the laws thereof,
that I am not disqualified
that I am not disqualified
from holding the office
from holding the office
of police officer,
of police officer,
that I will faithfully discharge
that I will faithfully discharge
the duties of the office
the duties of the office
upon which I am about to enter.
upon which I am about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Thank you, sir.
Doug said, take your time. He's charging by the hour.
Yeah, I'm sure. Jeremy said there was somebody in the back that didn't sign up that wants to speak.
Yeah, Andy.
Oh, okay. Well, he didn't tell me who. He just said somebody.
Right here, right here too.
Go back to public comments.
I want to thank everybody for allowing us to do that. In the past, we didn't necessarily always do that, but as an alderman, it kind of felt weird when I would bump into somebody we had just hired and I didn't know who they were. Hey, you know me? No, I've never seen you before. So anyway, we at least want to say, hey, here, we might not see him for months, but anyway. If we can, we need to add one more person to the comment section. Cammy, are you here? Oh, and Pedal Arts too. Who wants to go first? Yeah, either way, whatever, whoever.
Thank you very much. I'm Jody Berkson with the Pedal Arts Council, and I just wanted to take this opportunity to tell you about some upcoming dates that we have. This coming Saturday at 9 a.m., we'll be doing a Pioneer Basket weaving class with our local artist, Jean Jones. And then coming up on Monday, August 19th, in the Pedal Civic Center, we are thrilled to announce that Kim Garraway Gray will be our guest speaker for our monthly gathering that we'll have. So the public is welcome to attend that. It's a free event. And come and get to hear her speak. So thank you so much.
Good deal. Thanks, Jody. Appreciate all you guys do for us as well. All righty, Miss Cammy, how you doing today?
Thank you for allowing us to speak tonight. As we I had my first board meeting with the new board of the Parrot Pedal Area Chamber of Commerce. I'm still with you, and I'm super excited about the future. Really excited about the future. Different things that are coming down the line that we're super excited about. Pedal is growing, the chamber is growing, and with that, we need to grow exponentially in our funding as well. So we've got some great ideas for that, but we also wanted to propose some things to the alderman and alder woman. I looked up the correct verbiage on that today, so Kim, my neutral. So with that said, I have solicited the help of our past president, John Elkins. He has been with the Pedal Area Chamber of Commerce for like 5 years, and I knows the history, has worked with Valerie, knows the blood, sweat, and tears that the chamber has, done as far as events and community events and the outreach and the financial end of it. Really, really good. As he has served as our president a few times. So tonight, our current president, I've asked her to come to, Mandy Wigley, but she had a big event to she's been brainstorming on an event that is amazing and brilliant and something that we want to present to the council tonight, the alderman, alderwoman tonight. But I'll let Sean start with our proposal to the city for 2024, 2025 and looking forward.
Won't take up too much time, but thank you for giving us the opportunity to speak. Cammy did survive that first board meeting without Valerie and stayed. So that says something, I guess. But we are asking for an increase in funding. But before I do that, I want to tell you that we have been and continue to be extremely grateful for the funding we've received so far. And I do elaborate on that in the presentation you've been handed, so I'm not going to waste time reading it word for word. But I think that we can break down the role of our chamber into 4 primary groups, and that is being a support and resources role for our business community, acting as a quality of life and family engagement organization, community outreach, and then the simple revenue-driven returns to the city of Pedal. As a Chamber of Commerce, I think our first and our most sacred responsibility is to our business community. And I think we've excelled in that role. We've done really well at connecting businesses through networking, allowing businesses to pool their knowledge and their resources together. But I think we've also done really well at connecting businesses with consumers through Shop Pedal First, through our the events that we have at parks. We're able to put consumers and businesses directly together, and they've seen the benefit of that. I think this mission alone has justified our current level of investment from the city, but an increase in funding will mean greater ability to expand our existing efforts, to create new ones, and to provide marketing for the efforts that we already undertake. Just as an example of how recent increases have harmed us, this Shop Pedal First campaign is of a huge benefit to a lot of local businesses. And in the last couple of years, our ability to do print media for those events has been at risk just due to the increased cost of that. And there are digital alternatives, but that's not what our consumers are used to. And so that has harmed our ability and it's threatened our ability to really fulfill the mission of that event. And that's just one example of how additional funding will increase our ability to service these events. And talking about quality of life and family outreach, it can't be understated our impact to the business community, but our most public facing role, the one that this chamber is probably most known for, is the events that we put on. From our Shop Pedal First, the Christmas parade, the Star Spangled Celebration, and many others. That's what we're known for. Attendance and participation in these events has grown continually year over year, and the positive impacts of them have been incalculable. These events bring together friends and family from inside our community and from without. They offer entertainment and respite to those that already call Pedal their home, and a tantalizing window into our community for visitors that do participate. Children and young adults remember their hometowns and their childhoods more fondly when they were engaged. I'm from Columbia. It's the definition of a small town.
Mm-hmm.
And the key thing I take away from my childhood is there was never anything to do. I think the Pedal Chamber of Commerce has made great leaps in avoiding that. Our children are engaged. They do have something to do. But those events, again, they're getting more expensive, the ones that we're already doing. But we've got some great ideas for things that we want to do, some amazing events that could be coming down the line, but we need that increased investment. And if that doesn't just mean entertainment, that will mean additional opportunities to put businesses in contact with consumers, which means increased revenue, increased taxes, increased business. So there is a tangible return on that investment. And I think our expertise in those events has been recognized, not just the city, but several organizations. They come to the chamber when they have an idea for an event because they know we can do it well. They know we're going to marshal resources and manpower and volunteers, and they know that through a coordinated effort, it's going to be a success. And that is up to this point been accomplished on usually hairline budgets and minimal spending. And if we can accomplish that level with that degree of success with the level of funding we've had so far, I'd invite you to imagine what we could accomplish with additional funding. And lastly, I want to talk about community outreach. I understand that that's not usually a primary goal of a Pedal Chamber, but the city of Pedal is a unique city. We're a unique community, and that makes us a unique chamber. And because of that, we have become largely a philanthropic organization that works very closely with other philanthropic organizations through fundraising, offering manpower and resources, and representing this city and its community on various boards and positions of influence. And we continue to lend our expertise in event planning and coordinating. And again, while that's not traditionally a role, this chamber has become a linchpin of community service in and around Pedal. And we've expanded that in the recent years to involve professional development as well. Examples of that are like our Social Workers Conference, which offers cheap and accessible CEUs to our social workers. We're going to expand that to other professions that need these CEUs, which will mean a better educated workforce, and it will mean additional income for the chamber and revenue for the city. So in closing, I think now is an outstanding time to consider an increase in investment. Right now, the city of Pedal invests $25,000 into the Area Development Partnership, and we fully appreciate the purpose of that investment.
Actually, 22.5. Yeah.
Well, 22.5. My bad. And we understand the value of that investment. It gives us strong business connections, and it gives us a seat at tables that we may otherwise not have a seat at. But I think that the chamber serving our community right here at right home justifies a larger investment. And so we're asking for $30,000 is what we're asking for. We understand that seems like a large increase, but once again, I'd ask you to consider what we've accomplished with the contribution we've got so far, and imagine what we could accomplish with a larger contribution. And if we were going to consider an increase, now is the time to do it. Because as we all know, after many years of admirable service, Ms. Valerie has resigned her position, retired, and Ms. Cammie's taken it. I've had the opportunity to work with her in the last little while. She's gotten acclimated to her role, and she's very genuinely hit the ground running. In the last month, she's added 10 new members, all of them at the highest level of investment. So she has shown a fire and a willingness to go out and do things. She's already started forming new committees on the board, planning new events. Ms. Mandy, the current president, was going to be telling you about an event tonight. I'm not gonna steal that fire from her. I'm gonna give her the opportunity to do it. But she has a great idea, that I think would benefit all of us, but it's going to require some funding. We're not just coming with our hat in hand. We are offering a return on that investment. And, we just hope that you'll consider that. She does have the willpower, she has the intellect, and she has the work ethic. We just need to give her the resources. Thank you for the time.
Do appreciate it.
I'm just here for support. Okay.
Oh, no. You gotta get up.
So, with that said, thank you, Sean, so much, because of course, he covered all the history of what our Petal Area Chamber can do. But again, I've talked with other aldermen about great events that we would love to do, like a special Olympics, not Special Olympics, but Olympics. Something that we have to, drive together. We have to create a team of volunteers. That takes a lot of manpower. It takes a lot of effort and money. I'm willing to do it. I'm willing to spearhead lots of things, not just that event, but other events that, we have the Downtown Fam Jam that we like to expand upon. We really would like to expand upon the Star Spangled Celebration. I Parks and Rec is like, oh my goodness, but yes, I think we can. I think we can expand upon that to really, drawing, everybody across the South Mississippi. If we really come together and put our heads together, and it's an incredible event that we co-host with Hattiesburg. What an incredible event that we can partner with Hattiesburg. So tonight I want to reveal, and this is Mamie's brainchild, and I hate that she's not here. She presented this to our board. She presented it to me first, and I said, this is an absolutely brilliant idea. This event would put Petal, again, on the map. In addition to our other accolades that we have in this city, this event would draw people from all over. And it is a Christmas winter wonderland extravaganza celebration maze in the Petal River Park. Now, with that said, we cannot do that without the city. We have to have permission from the city to do that, but we're willing to partner and have this event for our families. I mean, because again, we want to draw community outreach. And so we definitely would need the city's help to do that. But the chamber is willing to spearhead that and be behind that. And as far as the additional sponsorships and funding, I'm willing to go out and get that. So of course we know how the Columbia event was incredible. It was an incredible event. They don't have that anymore. I hope that would never be us, but we propose that we have this first spectacular Christmas season of 2025. Of course, not this year. It's something that we want to really, really, really invest in and have. It would be something that it would take a lot of planning, and we have a committee already that's committed on our board that's already committed to spearheading that, and some really intuitive folks that have got some great ideas about infrastructure, logistics, and things of that nature. So I think that this type of event not only would certainly be a great shot in the arm for our Petal Area Chamber of Commerce funding in addition, but it would be for the city, it would be for the community and our friends all over. And it would really put Petal on the map once again. So thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for your consideration. We would love to hear about our idea. We can't move forward with a committee without an approval to use the park. So again, we're willing to do the work. We just need your help with the question. Comment?
No, appreciate, obviously y'all know my thoughts on it. I think when this board and administration came on board, it just seemed like we were always making Valerie come to us, and we were 3,000 here, 5,000. So let's figure out what that number is, and we'll just cut it to you at the beginning, and then you won't have to come back here, and then you'd have a little stable funding. And for the record, we do the same for you guys as we do with the ADP, and that obviously, like, shouldn't we give y'all $1 more or something than we do the guys across the river?
Yeah.
Just saying,
Again,
I love them. We do a lot of great stuff with them too.
We
Yeah.
need them. They're our partners, they're our friends.
I'll get a
They-
phone call
they-
tomorrow. Hey,
they
we were
talk
watching
on the big
YouTube
stage.
and, we're still good. We're still good, right?
Yeah.
But obviously, we wanted to clean that part of it up, and
Yeah.
it's done differently. But we do appreciate the energy that you've brought to that. And I think that our
Thank
chamber
you.
should be
And
the
I'm standing here, declaring to you that I will work very hard, to, make this chamber. Valerie can't even say enough about what she did, but she actually has set me up, honestly, to launch. And if I don't launch, something's wrong. So I'm ready to launch. And so I just need your partnership to help us. Again. we
and
might
by
not
way
be
of
ready.
numbers, what total budget's what 90-something thousand?
It's 86,000.
And that number, let's be honest, that number needs to be 200,000. It's not from us, but just in general, in big picture, 5 years from now, it needs to be a $200,000
Right. And I
budget.
also want to tell you, I did some research too. I didn't want to come in here, oh, other markets are doing this,
Mhm.
but they are. I have taught, I just went to the NEDC conference with all the chambers of the state of Mississippi. And, South Haven, for example, their contribution from their city and county is 80,000. And that was from the executive director, and we can get those numbers and back that up. That's just one.
Mhm.
So, and if you look at their website, you can see, wow, they're really doing some great things.
Mhm.
And you know what? Kettle could be way better.
I almost want to say, is that all they're giving them? That's the fastest growing.
Right. Exactly, Mayor. I'll take 100.
Because I've used Hernando when everybody was worried about us getting overblown here.
Yeah.
Hernando in 1990 had 3,000 people. They got over 20,000 people now.
Yeah.
And it was just bam, bam, bam. And DeSoto County, we have 70-something thousand people, I think, in Forest County. They got like 185,000.
Right, exactly.
And then they used to be real small, but it's huge. But if you don't get in front of some of that growth, you're really
That's
not
right.
tapping into, and
And-
it's
and-
not
and
growing
look,
like you want it to.
Yeah, look, you just sworn in
Yeah.
a bunch of folks
Yeah.
tonight, and it's
Yeah.
growing. In addition to the fact Doug said this over and over again, we need to be a two-man chamber.
Yes, absolutely.
Right. It's only me.
Yeah.
It's only me. We need to be a two-man chamber, at least to where I could, have somebody to man the phones, man the desk, and greet people while I go out there and sit at the tables with the CEOs.
Was
And
Doug
CFOs.
volunteering his services or
What's that?
was he volunteering his services?
Yeah.
Doug?
Yeah.
Well, I was thinking Supervisor Stringer should be available, and we could just send him over there and get him squared away.
That's right. But
Ask Steve what he's doing on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays till 2.
he might shoot you. I talked to Supervisor Stringer today. He probably talked to you. But anyway, thank you again for your time.
We do appreciate it.
I appreciate you, but again, thank you for your consideration, and thank you for quickly helping us decide about this wonderful celebration in the park, 2025.
Doug, he's leaning, but he hadn't fell out of his chair back there. So,
He's aware.
it's like, Doug, what you think? He slides out of his chair, then that's probably not good. Good to appreciate y'all's time. Howdy, anybody else? Miss Ada, anybody else?
No, that's not.
Okay, good. All right, and now carry on. You know, y'all might not have made the cut if Miss Ada would not have reminded me. All right, let's go to number 8. Request to accept engineering agreement with Shaw's Dearman and Waits for roadway and pedestrian improvements on Main Street from Evelyn Gandy Parkway to 10th Avenue. That would be West 10th Avenue. And to Central Avenue from railroad crossings to Old Corinth Road. Is there a motion?
Motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And that is some work that we're doing, trying to find some outside money to do some downtown improvements. You will hear more about this come October. We believe October will be the time we will have let me see if I've got this right, a visioning session. So obviously we'll take intake from the people, but we got to do some of our homework on the front end. So we can start this process. But anyway, these guys always like to have contracts to hold us to everything. But anyway, thank you. Miss, did we vote on that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Number 9, request to purchase a table at the Mayor's Prayer Breakfast at a cost of $300 for the Children's Task Force. Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Larry Bird and Andy Gibson, speakers this year. Number 10, request to renew ad in the Petal High School football program at a cost of $100. Is
Motion.
there a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Number 11, request to authorize the mayor to, wow, these are really long, Melissa.
Oh, thank
Okay,
your
I
attorney
gotta
sitting
deep
over there. You can always
Thanks,
tell when
thanks,
Rocky
Ray. I
wrote
should
the
just
agenda
hand
item.
this to him. Request to authorize the mayor to execute EJC for PPIN 3039 in the amount of $11,000 or $11,045, determining the value to be fair market value and just compensation for the portions of project parcel 11 being purchased, and authorize the mayor to execute any and all documents necessary to complete the transaction for the parcel and issue a check upon closing per Attorney Rocky Eaton. There a
Mayor,
motion?
you left off the zero.
Is it? Yeah, sorry. Okay, let me start all over. Is there a motion, or there's a motion, is there a second? All in favor?
That's the word salad.
All of these are
There's
pertaining,
one more.
this is all pertaining to our Matthews Branch Trail project. And number 12, request to authorize acquisition of road, PPIN right of way. Thank you. PPIN 31431 from the state of Mississippi, $2,433. Authorize Attorney Chris Howdishell to conduct title search, title confirmation, and closing of said parcel to the extent not already authorized for the project, determining $2,433 to be fair market value and just compensation for PPIN 31431, and authorize the mayor to execute any and all documents necessary to complete the transactions and issue payment upon closing per Attorney Rocky Eaton. Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
We actually pay Rocky by the letters that he, so the more he uses, the more he gets. We just found that out, and so now we know. But anyway, number 13, request to authorize mayor to execute establishment of just compensation for PPIN 029818 in the amount of $4,050. Is there a second? All in favor? No, I want that one short.
He didn't write that one. I did.
We're doing less with that.
Number 14, request to adjust water services bill to 400 North Main Street in the amount of $17 due to a leak.
$72.
$72. That really would
And
screw you up,
I
wouldn't
would just point out that this was those leftovers we were expecting
Ah,
last time
yeah.
we talked about it.
The car lot over there.
Yes.
Okay, got a motion. I take that as a motion. Is there a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Was it in there? Okay.
Yes.
just-
Kim reads her packet. She
Ah,
knows.
good.
She doesn't
Love
have
it.
to ask.
Well, you never know. Melissa could sneak something in there on y'all. Number 15, request to adjust water services bill to 275 Smithville Road in the amount of $124 due to a leak. Is there a second? All in favor? Number 16, request to authorize a second adjustment to water services bill to 329 Leeville Road in the amount of $3,263.50 in sales tax in the amount of $228.45 due to several leaks. Is there a motion?
Motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
This is something we've been working on for an incredibly long time. And the problem is you can imagine out there at one of the gas plants, the water line is long as all get out. So it's hard to find a leak when you've got all these trees around it, sucking it up about the time that so it really wasn't feasible for them. And I think we even told them, well, why don't you just replace the whole line? And they gave us what it would cost. And we're like, oh, okay, y'all should probably continue looking for the leak. So anyway, we've gotten to a place where we were able to do that. But anyway, appreciate Alderman Lott's work on this as well. And I know Alderman Steele has done some work on this as well. All righty, number 17, request to approve variance for property located at 142 West 5th Avenue, allowing the existing carport to not meet the minimum front and side setbacks, but require Mr. Waters' construction to remain as long as the wall under the carport is obstructed for entry from the street, and that the vehicles only enter from the left side of the carport per the Planning Commission recommendation. Does
No,
anybody?
that's what was in the minutes.
Oh, what did I just read?
Okay, so the short story is, this is a renovation project for a personal
Oh, okay.
use, and it did not have a parking structure. This house was bought where someone had enclosed the parking structure and took that into condition square footage. So we submitted plans, then we were told we had to add a parking structure. We did this to minimum width and depth, and that was approved. And then we were told that, when our inspector came out, that it was encroaching after it had been approved and that it was gonna have to be torn down. So then we're asked to give a site plan. So I did lots of digging and provided a site plan. The city says that it has to be 25-foot yardage from the street. The garage is only 20 feet. So we applied for a 5-foot variance and waited quite some time for that. And upon that meeting, it was said that it is unsafe for people to front load into this carport, that they don't want them to back into the street. But across the street is an apartment and everyone on that street front loads. So if it's side loaded, there'll literally be no yard, and this carport is not meant for a car to go in sideways. There's not enough depth for that. So what we are hoping is that we can leave the structure as it is intended and just have our approved variance without having to, one, tear this down and then repatch in the roof where it's been tied into the house, or spend more money to put things, 2x4s or things to make it where people are forced to side park. They're not going to do that because their car's not going to fit in that way. So we're just hoping for our variance as is, to not have to tear down this carport and not have to basically make it an outside gazebo that no one's going to use for parking.
Is the property next door, is that a residential?
Everything on this street is residential, and then across the street is those apartments on the corner.
Am I reading this right? They voted to do it?
So they voted to give us the variance under the guise of putting up, like walling it in, so someone can't just pull directly in the driveway into the carport.
Just to unpack this a little bit. The house plan, you're just remodeling the house, you guys bought it last April.
That's right.
And then, remodeling, getting ready to get back to market or occupy whatever. And you submitted a plan that included a carport?
We submitted a plan that did not include a carport because and then we were told, new construction requires a 2-car parking garage. Well, this is renovation construction. That is not new construction. But we were told we needed covered parking. There's not room on the sides of that to get around to park in back, but how do you front parking? So we added a carport, just a whole barn with a gable that ties into that house where that original, prior to our buying it, garage would have been. So there's a little bit of gravel, that's the natural parking. So we just put minimum requirements to just pull straight in as someone would have done before. And we are 20 feet step back versus that 25 of the frontage that the city requires.
So when you submitted the amended plan,
It was approved.
it was approved by our building department.
It was approved.
So you went forth like
Yeah,
this,
the money is.
Correct.
that you had permission and approval, and then during final walkthrough, we
Yeah,
said, oh,
Katie.
Yes, the
gotcha.
inspector, just so where we could go forward with putting up sheetrock that they were just supposed to be inspected.
Either
The
Really?
electrical and
make
plumbing
more.
for the rough end. And then they were like, oh, you're gonna have to tear this down. This is encroaching. And we're like, this was approved. Where are your field plans?
It doesn't address the,
I like the structure you put outside.
it doesn't address.
So if you go on that street, everyone's
Yeah,
back.
but it
They
doesn't-
front loads are back to
Yeah.
550, even on.
It doesn't address the pavement.
If you look at it.
It just says
But
the
I drive
hours.
by there.
And the
And
law
The
says.
city gave you permission to build it as like that, and then we came back and said we made
Don't
a
allow it.
miscommunication, we just didn't tell you, or
That can be
some-
written.
whatever, but bottom line is now we're expecting
That's
you.
why it comes to y'all.
Take up your
So I don't think
time.
we'll see it.
Yeah, normally we would just do
What
it.
about the fence that you put in between, the tree that blocks the line of
That
sight?
fence was there. We believe that
Is
is,
that your fence or their?
it is not.
That's not your side. That to me is more of a safety hazard because as you back up, you don't have line of sight backing up, but that's the neighbor's fence.
Yes, it was either on the property, but we don't believe that belongs to us, that it was the neighbor, but we didn't put it there. I don't think.
Well, but is that on your survey, that's not your property?
It's not.
Okay. Because to me, Mayor, that's the bigger issue, that fence. Because I mean, everyone backs up on
You
that.
can't, you can't see past the fence, correct?
Oh, yeah, well, special cameras on each when anything's going on.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna go ahead and make a motion that we,
Let me say it for you.
yes.
That you allow the variance, but that we drop the requirement that you can only enter from the left side. And that would be what you want, right?
That would be our desire.
So that's your motion.
Correct.
Is there a second?
Second.
Just for discussion, I'd also like the building department to look at the fence next to that. 'Cause to me, that's, I don't know if that's legal to go all the way out on the roadside.
We need to add this.
Yeah, I don't know if that's considered non-impervious, but it's certainly all the way to the road frontage, and I believe that property is currently for sale. I don't know if it's sold, but before the next person gets in there, seems like a thing.
It's a separate issue. I'd just like to ask maybe our code enforcement to go look at that fence to make sure, because like I said, to me, that's a line of sight issue backing up. So I don't think based on our code, unless there was some, unless they had approval for that fence
Sure.
in the notes, but.
Yeah.
But
And they don't-
I'd like to hear a motion to approve the variance.
They want to build.
Okay. Yeah.
Sometimes we make mistakes.
Absolutely, girl. He was right.
Was there a sign out
Should,
in your front yard?
Say
Like your
again?
neighbors noticed this is happening?
I believe that there was a yellow sign about the meeting that we had where this, yes, yes.
Jeremy else from that, 3 years?
Oh,
Got a motion, got a second, all in favor?
what was the motion? To
The
accept it?
motion was to accept the variance, but, drop the, requirement that they only enter from the left side.
Okay.
You have to see the picture to understand.
Do not require entry from the left side only. Okay.
All righty, number 18, request to dispose of the following items in the fire department. 15 pairs of boots, 1 fire coat, 20 pairs of gloves, 4 fire helmets. What you gonna do with the fire helmets?
They're no good.
Man.
You want to bring you one of them?
Yeah, we could get all the aldermen to sign it and then you'd have like a keepsake or something. Anyway. Yeah, 4 fire helmets, 15 fire hoods, 4 SCBA masks, 2 fire trousers. Is there a motion?
Motion.
All in favor? Number 19, request to approve the docket of claims for the month of July 2024. Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Number 20, a request to authorize Melissa Krill in the Judicial Department to donate 120 hours of vacation time to Katie Oster in the Police Department to be used for maternity leave.
Wow.
Their second, Melissa, do you want to tell them the basis of why they're seeing that?
Normally, donated leave wouldn't come before y'all. The law says it's supposed to be for a critical illness or catastrophic illness. It doesn't include pregnancy, but it says that that catastrophic illness thing can be overridden by the governing authorities. So that's why it comes to y'all.
Okay, got a motion, got a second, all in favor?
Whoever wrote that law is never correct.
Yeah.
That is,
It's
that's
the
pretty
state-
cool,
State
Chief.
law.
Number 21, request for the building department to purchase unit 116 with that VIN number from the water department at a cost of $12,625 per Kelly Blue Book estimated value per our city clerk. Is there a motion? Is there a second?
Second.
That is the truck that Randy is now using that has moved over, and budgetarily speaking, it's in the budget of the water department, so it has to have a physical transfer. So that's where you're seeing that numbers.
That's the way truck is parked.
So we basically bought it from ourselves. So is there a motion or the motion second, all in favor? All righty, number 22, seminars and travel, request for Melissa Martin and Lynn Campbell to attend the municipal clerk fall conference in Starkville, Mississippi. One day they'll have it in a more exotic place, September 25th through the 27th. Total cost of $741.80 plus mileage. That's for each of you. Yeah, is there a second?
Second.
All in favor? Number 23, request for Aiden Townsend and Elijah Smith to attend MSAT at a cost of $20
I think it's just an online thing.
Oh, is that online?
That's all we do.
Well, heck, I think I got that on me. I think that got it. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, if it would have been the other way around, we would have, yeah. All right, you got a motion
And a second.
and a second, all in favor? Number 24, request for the following to attend the Wilderness First Aid in Meridian, September 17th through the 19th. Total cost $0. We like that one. Dylan Anglin, Amanda Richardson, Rocky Walters, and Joe Harrison. Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor? Request for, boy, Rocky's going to be busy. Request for Rocky Walters to attend trench rescue on September 23rd through the 26th at the State Fire Academy. Total cost $545. All in favor? Request for Seth Cox to attend trench rescue on September 23rd through the 26th, $545 cost. Motion and second, all in favor? Number 27, request for Zach Cook to attend International Breachers Symposium in South Haven, November 3rd through the 6th. Total cost $1,177.
Motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, Chief, what is that?
What is that? That's a preacher's conference. There's
That ought to be pretty cool.
SWAT, tactical entry, leaders from all over the world come. They do their training. And we got plenty of money, that's why ours.
But we will expect a demonstration. The board will.
Pride not being free.
No, the board will expect a demonstration upon their return. All righty. I got a motion, got a second, all in favor? Number 28, request for David Courtney to attend the National Tactical Officers Association in Kansas City, September 8th through the 13th. Total cost $843. There's a second.
Second.
All in favor? Number 29, the one we're looking for, a request for Michelle Strebeck to attend Municipal Court Clerk Fall Conference in Biloxi, September 18th through the 20th, cost of $163.98.
Second.
All in favor? She's not
The
staying down there?
Judicial College pays part of hers. We just pay for one night. The Judicial College pays the rest.
Anybody from the audience? Any comments, thoughts, additions, deletions? All right, really don't have anything in the mayor's report. We're on the beginning, fix to take our first stab at our budget, usually looking at what the department heads have turned in compared to what our revenue estimates are. And I take it on Thursday, we'll probably start allowing the department heads to come and explain the Chinese part of it. So anyway, if we don't have anything else, I would call for a motion to adjourn.
Mayor, I do want to
Yeah.
talk about the chamber event. On the August 14th, we have Miss Mississippi
Oh,
coming
yeah,
for
yeah.
our leadership speaker luncheon. Please come. It's gonna be great. She's gonna talk about the platform from Miss America pageant. So she's kind of a local gal from Purvis,
Purvis.
but yeah, Becky Williams, Miss Mississippi 2024. Also, August 16th, we have a ribbon cutting for Roadhouse Restaurant and Hotel. So that's our area that a lot of little people go out there and eat. It's August 16th, 4 to 6.
Okay.
Mayor's prayer breakfast is
That morning,
7 o'clock, 8:30. And then we have, I went and toured the 3D store today. We will have a huge ribbon cutting
Right.
for the 3D edition, August 30th, 10 a.m. My Congressman Mike Ezel will be there to speak. And it is a lot of folks from the legislature, I think, is coming, what Ms. Dr. Colafield was telling me. So August 30th, I've already put it on the chamber calendar, but just a shout out to you guys, and I'll be sending out text, Facebook, all the above.
Awesome. Good. Thank you. Is there a motion to adjourn?
Motion.
Got a motion, got a second, all in favor? All righty, folks.
5 minute break for lunch.
Yeah.